It's the Mountain East Conference Championship Tournament for 2026, presented by the Health Plan from inside West Banco Arena in Wheeling, West Virginia, getting set for the men's quarterfinal round action today. The Frostburg State Bobcats taking on the Fairmont State Falcons in what should promises to be a really, really good basketball game this afternoon. When you look at the bracket, Frostburg State gets here by virtue of their win over West Virginia State back on Wednesday. And of course, Fairmont State gets the bye into the quarterfinal. Concord and Wheeling in the other bottom half of the bracket. We'll wrap it up for this afternoon's session. Fred Persinger alongside Brad Howell getting set for this game. Brad, two good teams. What do you expect, though, in the early going?
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of up and down. Two of the better offensive teams, not only in this league, but in the entire country. So if you like points, you should see it today.
No doubt about it. Both teams love to play high-scoring affairs. Frostburg State, hey, it's Trey Simmons. Trey Simmons had 36 points in the win on Wednesday night over West Virginia State. He is the Conference Player of the Year.
He is, and a load to handle if you're Fairmont State. He's put up 30 or more in 3 of the last 5 games. That includes the 36 you just mentioned back on Wednesday in the opening round of the tournament. He's a lot of fun to watch.
When you look at the Falcons of Fairmont State, you look at Dre Carter, a young man that averages about 16.5 points a game. These two teams met the last game of the regular season. Dre Carter had 27 points and 13 rebounds to lead the Falcons in the win. Promises to be a great contest here this afternoon. Regular season, Fairmont State is 2-0 versus Frostburg State. Let's see what happens here this afternoon. It's Mountain East Conference Championship Basketball presented by the Health Plan.
For you at the Health Plan, we are here for you. We are there for you, to care for you at the Health Plan. We are here for you.
Inside West Banco Arena, getting set for Frostburg State against Fairmont State in this quarterfinal round action of the 2026 Mountain East Conference Championship Tournament. Brad Howell, the teams are being introduced, the starting 5, and there's a lot of talent on both starting 5s.
There is. There's a bunch of names to talk about today, and there's just so much offensive talent to watch. That's what's going to be fun tonight. As we said earlier, if you like points, this is the game for you.
Our starting lineups are presented by Omni Strategic Technologies, better business through technology. You look at the starting 5 for both these ball clubs. Trey Simmons, DJ Daniels certainly jump out, the Whippin' Boys, and Christopher Meekin. He doesn't score a lot, but he's a great rebounder.
Yeah, there's no question. And listen, listen, with the talent that Simmons has scoring the ball, you don't need a lot of other scorers on this Frostburg team.
And Trey Carter, of course, is the man we featured in our pregame show. David Jolander, though, is another youngster from Stockholm, Sweden, who can fill it up, averaging about 12.4 points per game. When you look at both teams, both starting fives, 4 of each of the 5 average double figures.
Yeah, and how about Jolander? He's a rarity in today's college basketball. His 4th year at Fairmont State. Fred, we don't say that very often today's day and age.
No, you're exactly right about that. He gets a lot of help, though, from Ty Peterson as well, too, for Fairmont State. Starting lineups continue to be introduced here and again. This one, I love the matchup we have, but we do have another game in our afternoon session coming up, and I know one thing for certain. When Wheeling and Concord get together, regardless of the situation, it's going to be a great one. You've got 2 great coaches. How about the coach of the year in that game?
Tremendous job by Chris Richardson of Wheeling this year, finishing as the number 3 seed, one of the best years that Wheeling has had. A lot of credit to Chris and his players, and you're right, with Concord, Todd May, you know what you're getting every game, a consistent, very solid program.
Let's take a look at Zach Thompson in his 3rd year as the head coach of Frostburg State for the Bobcats. And Zach, when you look at the last game of the regular season, you played against Fairmont State. You had Simmons with 26. Dre Carter had 27 for them. What do you take away from that game into today's game?
We need to rebound the ball. We gave up 25 offensive rebounds and 29 second chance points. If we rebound the ball, we'll be all right.
Best of luck, Coach.
Thank you.
There you go, Zach Thompson, the 3rd-year head coach of the Frostburg State Bobcats. And, of course, Tim Koenig, Tim's 7th year, only coach in the conference to have 3 titles, 2 with Fairmont State, 1 with Notre Dame back in 2019. So 2 veteran coaches. Should be fun. Looking forward to this one.
TK, one of the best multiple Coach of the Year awards in this league as well, and Zach Thompson, an up-and-comer in the MEC.
Tip is in the air and controlled by the quick hands of West Liberty. For Frostburg State, my Pat. Frostburg State over the right side. Trey Simmons takes it to the basket. No, won't fall. Good rebound. Good, nice, high flying rebound by Dre Carter. Will go the other way. Down on the low block. Get it over the low baseline on the right side to Carter. Cross-court pass is usually not a good idea. That one intercepted by Kyle Whippen.
And you asked Coach what they were going to do with Dre Carter. You see it early. The early blitz, double team him, try and get the ball out of his hands early.
And the same thing I would think on defense for Fairmont State against Trey Simmons, who's 0 for 2 now from the floor. Corner, jumper, 3, left short for Fairmont State, C.J. Merida.
These teams right on brand. Nearly half of the shots for each team comes in the first 10 seconds of the clock, so you're not going to have to wait long each possession to see the ball go up in the air.
I would suggest most of the energy comes in the first 10 seconds of the clock, too. Another miss from the floor for the Bobcats. Running the other way, trying to send the pass back into the middle of the lane. Knocked away, another turnover against the Falcons.
Yeah, both of these teams want to create points off turnover and get the other way as quickly as possible.
This time the outside jumper won't go, but the offensive board put back up and in. Nice play by Chase Whippen. Chase, a 6'5" grad student from Arlington, Virginia. And the first points of the game scored by the
Excuse me, Fred. Nice finish there. You don't rarely go up against Diop and get right through him, but he did right there.
Outside jumper stepping behind the line will not fall for David Jolander. And again, coming away with one shot, and that's it. Fairmont State goes on defense, driving to the basket and scoring. Nice play by the other Whippen.
Yeah, Whippen did a nice job there. Went right into Diop's chest to create some contact and separation. That gave him the space to finish over top.
So the Falcons looking for their first 2 points of this ball game. We've played about 2.5 minutes. Backing in against the defense, kicking it over on the right wing. Jumper for 3, again off the mark. Cold shooting right now for the Fairmont State Falcons.
Yeah, that was a great look by Peterson. Went inside to Diop, threw it back out for the open 3. Just couldn't get it to drop.
Strong move through the lane, kicking it in the corner. Jumper for 3. Count it for Trey Simmons.
Yeah, another nice shot by Frostburg, getting into the paint, collapsing the defense, then kicking it out for the open shot outside the arc.
I said Simmons, I meant Chris Meekin. 17-10 remaining in our first half. Along the baseline on the right side, trying to get through a double team, just fighting for the ball. Trey Carter, and it's lost out of bounds.
You know, we're really early in this game, I realize, but the way you've started here, 7-0 for Frostburg, you have to be thrilled with the defensive effort. And here we see the great drive and kick, but defensively is where Frostburg's going to have to step it up today. Fairmont averaged 96.5 points in the 2 meetings, so an early good start on the defensive end for the Bobcats.
Ball stolen away at midcourt, and the foul, first foul of the ball game, is going to be whistled on Trey Simmons. That last basket by Frostburg State as the steal, nice steal right at half court by Ty Peterson, and then the shot was missed, but he'll go to the line. But going back to that last field goal, that 3-point field goal by Chris Meekin, that's his average. He doesn't score a lot of points. For him to step out and hit a 3, that's a plus for Coach Thompson's team.
Yeah, did a nice job as he was wide open. And good reaction there by Tim Koenig. We mentioned his coaching acumen, and you saw him right there, the slow start offensively. So he changes the defense and puts a little pressure on there to try and speed this game up, see if they can get a steal and an easy basket. They didn't get the hoop, but they get Peterson to the line to break that goose egg on the scoreboard.
And if you're the defense, Ty Peterson, one of the last guys you want at the line. He shoots 85% from the charity stripe in the first 2 points of the ball game. Go that way of Fairmont State at the free throw line. 7-2 as Frostburg State leads, 16:35 left in the first half. Jump of a 3 off the back of the iron, goes over the board.
It's a nice job by Zykeas Dobbs, the former Fairmont State standout, guarding Simmons right there. When he went to close out, Fred, he just elevated straight up and then went off to the side, made sure he gave Simmons room to come down and didn't commit a foul to get into the line.
Right now, Trey Simmons is 0 for 2 from the floor. Driving in and losing his balance was Diop. Rene just lost his balance, lost the ball, driving the other way. Shot won't fall. Nice rebound by Meekin, knocked loose on the floor, settled for it, and out comes Fairmont State. The Falcons running the other way. Between the legs drill, almost lost by Peterson, but he picks it up. Get it to Martinez. Zykeas Dobbs tries a little too strong off the board, and the shot will not fall, and the rebound cleared out of there by Frostburg State. Driving into Rene Diop, and that's a chore in itself. Outside jumper off the mark now by Frostburg State as they've gone cold. We're still looking for the first field goal, Brad, from Fairmont State. We've got 15:25 left in the first half.
Yeah, and I thought we saw one on the last possession there as they cleared the lane, and Dobbs had a wide open shot at the basket. Couldn't get it to drop.
A strong move by Trey Carter, but better defense by Frostburg State. The ball is knocked out of bounds. We've played 4 minutes and 45 seconds, and still Tim Koenig's got to be asking what's on top of that basket.
Yeah, and conversely, Frostburg State, again, defense excellent. 0 of 5 from the field is Fairmont State, and they've already turned it over 4 times. So the defense on the Bobcat end has been the story so far.
Meekin with the ball. Back out to Trey Simmons. They need to get him going. He's 0 for 3 from the floor. Driving, leaves it up to the left hand. A little too strong over the front of the iron, and another rebound cleared out by Fairmont State to the basket. Boy, what a nice finish that time for the Falcons. Miguel Martinez gets the first field goal of the ball game.
I think Martinez knew that was going up as soon as he cleared the glass. He said, I'll take this. We need a field goal. I'll go the other way and handle it.
Outstanding drive to the basket. Miguel Martinez, first field goal for Fairmont State. 7-4 your score. Mountain East Conference Championship basketball.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Attention Mountaineer Challenge Academy graduates. Specialized free training programs are available to you. Career and technical education leading to industry-recognized certification and job placement in welding, building construction, medical assistant, and heavy equipment operating. Our career-focused and resume-building tracks are designed to allow you to dictate your own success. We'll give you professional guidance and interview and resume-building skills to help you get to the next level. Learn more at wvjobchallengeprogram.org. Another challenge for a better future.
It starts with just one text, but now you're checking your notifications, changing your playlist, and all of a sudden, your mind isn't where it should be. It's tough to avoid. I mean, distractions are everywhere, but the last place they should be is behind the wheel. In fact, driving distracted is not only dangerous, it's illegal. If you're caught with a phone in your hand while driving, you can be pulled over and given a ticket. So keep your eyes on the road, not your phone.
Regional State Farm Insurance agents are proud to support the 2026 Mountain East Conference Tournament. Call one of the MEC sponsoring agents today. Mark Zeck in Grafton, Chad Broadwater in Wheeling, Terry Antelock in Fairmont, Rob Johnson in Clarksburg, and Jody Perry in Elkins. We played a little over 5 minutes in this ball game. 4 turnovers in the first 5 minutes for Fairmont State.
Yeah, that's one of the early stories. That's led to 6 additional field goal attempts for Frostburg State, and maybe that's the story of the game. We talk about points being scored, but it's really been the defense on both ends so far to get us started.
Now, for Coach Koenig, the good news is right now, Frostburg State is cold from the floor. They are 3 of 12, make it 4 of 13.
Boy, that's a nice finish by Daniel there to hang in the air and get it up over the talented shot blocker Diop.
9-4, the 5-point lead for Frostburg State. In they go to the big guy, Diop out in the corner. Jumper is off the mark again. Will not fall for Martinez this time. Good offensive board by the Falcons. They reset the offense, and there you go. Yeah. Deep jumper by C.J. Meredith.
And there's those second chance points Coach talked about in the pregame there. Fairmont State with the offensive rebound, and one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the country. The eventual kick out to Meredith for the knockdown 3.
Fairmont State, they're already assured moving on after this tournament, along with West Liberty. Inside jumper from deep will not fall for DJ Daniel. You surprised right now Trey Simmons not getting more looks?
I think he's just being very patient, not forcing it and letting the offense come to him. And Fairmont State's really locked in on him, as you would expect. Zykeas Dobbs has picked him up since he came in and doing a really good job.
Whipping with it this time, loses his way through the lane. Now they'll look at Simmons, and nope, won't go. Nice rebound inside, taking up strong, left it short. Another offensive board, and now a foul is going to be called on Chase Whippen.
Well, Simmons heard you right on cue, and what happened on that possession is Fairmont State got a little shuffled up there, and they didn't end up, and I don't know how you lose Simmons, but they did, allowed the open 3. Fairmont State survived it, though, with the miss.
Yeah, Chase Whippen reached out and grabbed the arm of Zykeas Dobbs for the foul. 13-12 now left in our first half. It's a 9-7 ball game. Fairmont State looking for their first lead and first tie since it was 0-0, and now we got a tie.
Yeah, Martinez with a nice take to the basket. He finishes for his 4th point. He's given them a nice burst offensively here.
Averages 13 on the season, but he scores inside or out, and that's what you have to watch with a kid who stands about 6'5". 6'5" grad student, Miguel Martinez. So we're tied at 9. Frostburg State now on the offense. Backing in against the defense. Short jumper will not fall for Kyle Whippen. One and done up the floor all by himself. Beautiful baseball path to Dre Carter.
Yeah, great job by Carter to get out in front and run the floor, and then credit Meredith for not only seeing him, but as you said, dropping a perfect dime right in his basket.
On the right wing, Frostburg State now trailing for the first time in this ball game. Good defense by Fairmont State. Fairmont State's defense is forcing Frostburg State to take those long outside shots.
Yeah, it is. They're doing a nice job of closing the middle and then jumping out on the ball handler there, and it's turned into just a shooting game for Frostburg State. Look for them with no Diop in here. I would think they'll try and attack the rim here a little bit more without the shot blocker in the game.
That will be called on Meredith. That will be his first.
And this might be the time of the game where Simmons, as he checks the scoreboard here, you've come into a little lull. That's a nearly 3-minute scoring drought for Frostburg State. This might be the moment. Well, where Simmons would have taken over, but he comes out for a quick blow.
He will get a breather. Zane McCarty played his high school ball at George Washington. Into the game now for Frostburg State. McCarty with the ball, top of the circle.
Yeah, Fairmont State's really loading up the lane there. It looks when they get it on the side of the floor as if there's 10 defenders out there.
Yeah, they have really shut them down inside. They can't get inside, and the outside shots just aren't falling, and the outside shots are being contested as well. And now Fairmont State throws it away, an errant pass by Dre Carter.
Yeah, good idea by Carter there. Just a little bit out of control and a wide pass. Simmons back in now with a quick break. So this is, as I was saying before he went out, if I'm him right now, I try and look to get my own shot.
Stands 6'1". Does he look like a basketball player or maybe a running back?
Yeah, he could be either. As athletic as he is, he'd be a talented running back.
Frostburg State again, another outside jumper. This one finds the basket. Mitch Feinprock. 11-minute mark of the first half. 12-11. Frostburg State on top by 1. Another miss on this end.
All right, let's see if Simmons looks to go here in transition. And that's exactly what you want if you're Frostburg. You saw the defense collapse as soon as he put that little shake on. It left the shooter in the corner. So early on, Frostburg's going to have some other guys score to loosen that Falcon defense.
Another nice drive to the basket by C.J. Meredith. Back on top is Fairmont State as we seesaw back and forth. Something else you've got to be appreciative of is the outside shooting ability, the scoring ability of Trey Simmons. Yet he looks for that open man.
He does. He can do it all, can score from all 3 levels. But right now he is getting a lot of attention from the white jerseys.
They just collapse around him. They had 3 on him that time. Well, Tim Koenig hasn't won 3 conference championships by not knowing what to do.
Well, Simmons is at the top of everybody's scouting report, and it hasn't helped a lot of teams slow him down. But certainly if you're Tim Koenig, you're saying to your guys, listen, we're going to close him off, make sure he sees a lot of white jerseys when he puts it on the deck. And if someone else for Frostburg shows us they can beat us, so be it, but it's not going to be Simmons. At least that's the game plan early.
Inside jumper good. Again by Feinprock.
Yeah, that's been a great addition. What did we just say? If you want to loosen up that defense, you need to make some perimeter shots. Mitch has come in and done a nice job hitting 2 out of 2.
How about this, though? We played 10-plus minutes in this ball game. Trey Simmons has yet to score, and he's 0 of 6 from the floor. Great defense from Fairmont State. That's how you explain that.
And yet you're leading by 2. So you have to be thrilled if you're Frostburg State.
Reverse layup will not fall. Bounced around, though, and put back up in on the second chance.
What a tip by Joey Brown there. I don't know how he got his hand on it, let alone got it up to the rim. Nice play.
Brown, a 6'6" junior out of Indianapolis.
See, look at that pressure right there. 2 guys guarding Simmons on the inbound, so he wasn't even able to receive the inbounds pass.
And it results in a turnover. The turnovers have been the key for Fairmont State, along with their outstanding defense, and that leads us to a tie ball game here in the MEC Championships.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Everybody come clap your hands. Or don't you know when you dance, you've got to smile or you can't cry. Try it a while.
farmers, have you heard about the West Virginia Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program? If you are selling fresh fruits and vegetables in the months of June through October, you sell your produce in the state of West Virginia, and you grow at least 25% of what you sell, you are eligible to take the vouchers. You can find the application online at agriculture.wv.gov or get one by calling 304-558-2210. This is taxable income, and you will need internet to redeem the vouchers. The deadline to apply is April 15th.
Across West Virginia, hospitals are always here, healing, helping, and standing strong for our communities. Hospitals save lives and build livelihoods. They're among our largest employers, with a passionate workforce of 54,000 West Virginians. Hospitals are economic drivers, contributing close to $17 billion to our state's economy and working to ensure access to care for all. From life-saving moments to wellness support, West Virginia hospitals keep our state healthy, our families strong, and our future bright.
Mountain East Conference Tournament and Mountain East Conference situated pretty good when it comes to the Atlantic Region rankings.
We always seem to talk about this time of year, right? This league is so talented, so good. You always see a couple of teams up there. You see West Liberty and this Fairmont State team 2 and 3, and then Charleston with a little work to do down there, but certainly opportunities will present itself with this tournament field over the next couple of days.
Millersville getting beat the other night helps out, certainly, but Charleston probably, and then you're guessing now, but Charleston may have to get to Sunday to get in, but where you have already Fairmont State, West Liberty, they are locks. They are definitely going on into regional play.
Fred, how about the defensive intensity by Fairmont has really kicked in here as of late. Frostburg State just 2 of its last 10 from the field, and we're seeing it from multiple guys individually and as a collective team effort.
Now they've really cut down on their turnovers. 5 minutes into the game, they had 4. You play another 5 minutes, they've just added 1 more. So they've cleaned things up, and a nice strong drive to the basket, this time by Martinez again.
Yeah, he's really given them an offensive boost coming in now, his 3rd basket of the first half.
2-point lead for the Falcons of Fairmont State University. Trapped and getting rid of the ball quickly. Chase Whippen came out to help out. Trey Simmons.
Watch the help defender here. Joey Brown's not leaving too far off. You've got 2 guys with eyes on Simmons in addition to Peterson all over him out front.
They're going to call the foul. That time it will go against Kyle Whippen.
You can see it. Look at Peterson's defense right here. Maybe a little bit too handsy right at the end, but you can see Brown coming over to help. As soon as there's a spin, they're coming from behind him and trying to get the ball out of his hands or creating a turnover.
But how about how smart for Trey Simmons to back in against Ty Peterson to try and get that foul, because he's got to do something to open it up from outside. He just can't continue to play this game without getting the shots he likes. Well, the defense has just been stifling.
Yeah, they are all over him, and this is what I mean, individually and collectively. So you see the man-to-man pressure, and then multiple guys flying at the ball handler as soon as they get in the lane.
And then add that to the fact that Frostburg State can't buy a basket from outside right now, and it all adds up to a 2-point lead. And again, as you said, it's only a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, and look for Simmons. This is where he's got to get going in transition when that defense isn't fully settled. But the Falcons do a great job of getting back and closing that lane off again.
Outside jumper for 3 again. How about this kid? Feinbrock's come in and hit 3 3-pointers.
In his first MEC tournament, he says, hey, I like it here in the West Banco Arena.
He likes shooting over there. Driving to the basket. A whistle and a foul is going to be called on Simmons as he went into.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact there at the rim, and that was a loud crash when Peterson came down to the ground. You can see him down there holding his hand. We certainly hope he's all right. Here you see Finrock. That was a bomb of a 3, too. That was out near the logo as he knocked that down. And it looks like Peterson's got a little situation on his right shooting hand here as he's really holding his fingers.
There, yeah. Could have jammed him as he went down hard against that.
And you see the
driving
lane
to the basket.
Yep, lane opens up, and then the contact, and as he's up in the air, puts his hand down to try and brace that fall.
Yeah, he landed
Comes
on
off holding it.
his right hand, and he's he's in a lot of pain right now, you can tell.
Yeah, and that's, see, hopefully he can get back in the game here soon. But while he's out, that's a significant loss for Fairmont State on both ends of the floor. His defense has been outstanding so far on Simmons, and certainly the floor general on the offensive end.
Renee Diop will go to the free throw line. So from an 85% free throw shooter, we go to a 65% free throw shooter. And Renee says, no problem, I've got this.
And as we see that highlight there, that's Peterson just bracing himself. All the weight came down on that right hand and right finger.
And he already had tape on that right pinky finger, so. Renee Diop could make it a 1-point lead, and this one rims out no good, and the rebound cleared out by Frostburg State. Tied at 18, 7:29 remaining in our first half. Trey Simmons trying to get going. 0 of 6 from the floor. Outside jumper. He wanted it.
Again,
Finrock said, I got this.
They drew that play up for him, and I don't blame him. And that thing was down and back up. He very nearly hit his 4th of the half.
Entry pass to Diop right back. They bring it Carter. Jumper, no good. Off the back of the rim by Meredith.
Yeah, so far, we heard from Coach in the pregame, said he needed to rebound. His team needed to rebound. Only 2 offensive rebounds for Fairmont State here early.
To the basket, but DJ Daniel was blocked out of there. They'll whistle the foul.
Well, this defense
just blocked out of bounds.
Yeah, this defense is impressive. Not only do they load up, but on the rare chance you get by your perimeter defender, what a luxury it is to have Diop sitting back there protecting that rim for you.
Renee Diop, 6'8" senior. An outstanding job on the defensive end in particular. They can certainly score on the inside. And Fairmont State has the ball. Looking for help. Finding it in Simmons. He dishes it off. Down in the corner, right back to Trey. Crossover dribble through the lane, lost the basketball going up, out of bounds. Another turnover.
Diop already with 4 blocks in this game, and he's one of the nation's leaders, 99th percentile nationally with 3 per game. He's already exceeded that here in our first, 13 and a half minutes of this one.
Nice shot of Coach Thompson there, just hating to see something go by the wayside when you have an opportunity to score in a tie ball game. Around the perimeter, down in the corner, back to Jolander. Down through the lane, finger roll up and in by Miguel Martinez.
Yeah, he's really having a half. 8 points now is, again, the Frostburg defense is doubling Carter every time he gets it to get the ball out of his hands.
3-pointer from the corner will not fall for Finrock this time. And Mr. Diop with another rebound. Jolander gets it over to Dobbs. Dobbs, a redshirt freshman, and takes it to the basket.
Well, we've seen that for years. Going back to Fairmont Senior, one of the stars from the Polar Bear team, they cleared out, let him use his body and his strength to get to the paint, create some contact and separation, and then finish with the teardrop.
I got to be fair. When I was doing my lineups earlier this morning, I thought, Zacchaeus, redshirt freshman? He's been around for 12 years, right?
Well, there's been a Dobbs on this Fairmont State roster for a while. Zacchaeus, the latest addition.
Yep, you're right. Racing to the basket, forcing the shot up with DJ Daniel. It will not fall.
And that was Dobbs right there. Yeah. Daniel had a head of steam, went right to the glass. Dobbs with impeccable timing there at the end to get in and swipe it and force the miss there.
Talking with Coach Koenig, and that's another thing he likes about Dobbs. He says he does not have an off switch on that motor. 5-minute mark of the first half. 4-point lead for Fairmont State, largest of the ball game.
You can see, I'm sorry, Fred, you can see off the ball there, Dobbs basically face guarding Simmons, just not allowing him to get it back. So that's what you're going to need. Daniel taking over there. He is really smooth offensively. He's going to have to carry the load here to loosen this defense up.
That's his guy. Yeah, DJ Daniel is a kid that averages about 16 points a game, and he's got to be the guy. He along with Finrock, have to be the two that's going to give Trey Simmons a chance. Maybe in the second half, since we're already at the 4.5-minute mark. How about that?
Yeah,
what a strong move.
Martinez just bullies his way in. That's smart going against Simmons, who already has 2 fouls in this half. He can't do a lot physically to keep you out of there. because he doesn't want to pick up that third foul here in the half.
Miguel Martinez, 10 points. He's 5 of 6 from the floor in this first half. Jay Daniel thought about it. Now to the free throw line and kicks it back out on top. Chase Whippen. Whippen to Kyle Whippen, and Kyle makes the strong move to the basket.
Nice finish. He got it up there quick because Diop was closing from behind with that long reach.
And Frostburg State has closed that lead to just 2, 24-22, 3:45 left first half.
Simmons has to be careful down there. A lot of contact.
Zacchaeus Dobbs, he just doesn't quit.
Yeah, and
Zacchaeus doesn't quit.
Great job by Fairmont State. They got the switch to Simmons, so they're targeting him now a little bit defensively. Again, with those 2 fouls, he can't do a lot. Fairmont State reacting to that, going right at it in the last 2 possessions.
Yeah, you have to be impressed with the way Dobbs is playing on both ends of the floor right now. Jumper from Simmons just will not fall. Youngster has not scored in this game. We approach the 3-minute mark of the first half. Dobbs with the ball, the free throw line, launches it from 15. Nice soft touch.
Yeah, great job. They rolled, Whippen dropped off to protect the lob to Diop. Zacchaeus just said, all right, fine. I'll just go ahead and finish here inside the lane.
He can do that, no doubt. Averages about 6 points a game. Well, that's out the window. He's got 6 now. Jumper for 3. Finally from outside for Kyle Whippen. That's a 28-25 ball game with 2:35 left in our first half. Mountain East Conference Championship Tournament quarterfinal round for the men at Westbanco Arena, presented by the Health Plan. Guess who just scored? On a breakaway, 2-hand slam, Trey Simmons. Maybe that will get him going. 28-27, and Trey Simmons on the loose and to the basket, throws it down with 2 hands.
We are there for you, to care for you at the Health Plan. We are here for you.
For over 4 decades, we've been rooted deep inside West Virginia. Through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Proudly serving your neighborhood since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community.
The Health Plan. We are here for you.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
Inside Westbanco Arena, Fred Persinger along with Brad Howe. How about the introduction by Mitch Venbrock?
He has been outstanding. 3 threes here in the first half, but we shouldn't be surprised by that. He's up to 97 made threes on the year. Fred, he's got 10 games where he's made 5 or more in a game, and includes a high of 9 versus West Virginia State back in early February. So he can fill it up from distance in a hurry, and he's doing a great job of picking up that scoring slack here in the first half and keeping Frostburg State right in this game.
A man from Canton, Ohio, a 6'2 freshman, averages about 13 points a game during the regular season, so scoring he can do. in this under these bright lights at the Westbanco Arena. That's a plus, as you mentioned, when you can't get Trey Simmons moving. And now a turnover out of the timeout by Fairmont State, something Coach K will not be happy about.
Yeah, and we'll keep saying this. Frostburg State should be thrilled here. Simmons is so bottled up with this defense, but yet here comes Frostburg State with a chance to take the lead, and a good sign. Peterson back in the game here for Fairmont State.
That's a wonderful sign, and he's picked up again the duties of guarding Trey Simmons. Back again against that defense. And they'll kick it back out. Whippen drives to the basket and too strong off the glass. Got the rebound, put it up, no. And coming out with it, Ty Peterson. Fairmont State, they lead 28-27, 90 seconds left in the first half.
And there's the double on Carter. As soon as he gets it and starts to back down, Frostburg State sending a second defender at him.
High pass intercepted, stolen away by the Bobcats, and they say touched the fingertips of Finrock, and Finrock going immediately to the coach saying,
gonna take a look at this and maybe challenge it. Let's see that again. That's close. That's right over to Finrock. Right over his head.
Yeah, Finrock didn't believe it touched him, but not going to be a challenge. So we continue to play on. Zach said, well, we'll save it for a later day, son. Side jumper. Martinez this time off the mark. At the rebound inside. Dre Carter took it up strong and could not get it to go. You know, we've talked a lot about Trey Simmons not scoring. Dre Carter has held scoring.
Yeah, again, Frostburg's doing a great job on him. That was one of the rare offensive rebounds that Fairmont State's come up with. But I think it's the Frostburg defense that's decided to double Carter as soon as he touches the ball. Kind of doing the same thing that Tim Koenig has said in saying someone else for Frostburg is going to have to beat us. Same thing on the other side. They're saying somebody other than Carter is going to have to score. We're not going to let him get the ball down on the post on us without a double team coming at him.
And he misses his first opportunity from the free throw line. Dre Carter, 6'8" redshirt junior, will have another opportunity. Averages 16 and a half. He's yet to score. He has 2 points. 1 of 3 from the floor.
And you mentioned in the open, he had 27 in this game back last Saturday when these two teams met.
And 13 rebounds. And he misses both free throws. And still with only 2 points in the game is Dre Carter. Only 2 points in the game for Trey Simmons. Who would have thought it with a minute left to play in the first half. Top of the circle. A 1 point lead. Fairmont State.
Look at that, 3 white jerseys around Simmons as soon as he tries to attack.
And he just barrels his way through the lane, forces the shot up, and gets it to fall. My goodness.
You see how talented he is right here. Look at all these white jerseys. Gets some contact, fights through it. Brown comes over to help late, but Simmons is already by him. Even with the little bobble, able to get it up on the glass to finish, and the and one opportunity here.
Ty Peterson picked up the foul. Ty Peterson talking with the officials saying, what do I have to do? The guy is bullying me all the way through the lane. Well, that's just the talent of this sophomore. Makes the free throw. He now has 5 in the game.
Just so quick, isn't he? When he puts the ball on the floor and then that crossover and shake, he is hard to stay in front of.
He is indeed, and you know he's frustrated by not being able to score, and I think the same can be said of Dre Carter with only 2 points in the ball game. Look for those two guys. Look for the two head coaches at halftime to figure something else out.
Yeah,
you have to come off screens or something.
I agree. I give both those players credit though, because they're really not forcing anything, even though they're not getting the usual shots. They're both letting the game come to them. And I agree. You want to get those two guys scoring, but again, both defenses have decided, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take away your best scorer on either team. And from that Frostburg side, as long as you keep doubling, if Fairmont's not converting those, they're not going to change that. They're going to keep going. And on the other end, you saw it on the last possession. Multiple white jerseys all over Simmons. As soon as he puts it on the floor, you're seeing that defense collapse. So the opportunities that exist there are for kickouts if you take them.
Frostburg State had to be in the play-in game to get this far. Now with 40 seconds left in the first half, they are 2 points on top of the number 2 seed. They've got to be pleased right now. But knowing you still have another half to play. Ray Carter touches the ball and pass chased down by C.J. Meredith. Meredith double team, ball slapped loose and stolen away by a hustling Chase Whippen. And the final shot of the half, there's just about a second or so difference in the shot clock and the game clock. As it ticks down, 7 seconds, and the jumper is good for 3. Big 3 ball by Kyle Whippen. It's a 5-point lead at halftime for Frostburg State. A 5-point lead, 33-28 for Frostburg State. My goodness.
What a half.
A tremendous half, no question, and we'll see what Coach Tim Koenig has to say. Coach K, when you look at this first half, we expected really maybe more points, but boy, talk about defense for me real quick for both teams.
I think we got to make sure we keep playing sound team defense off the ball, 1 away and 2 away. Fine Frog got loose for a couple shots. We got to be better.
All right, Coach, best of luck in the second half, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
That's Coach Tim Koenig of Fairmont State. Always kind of short and to the point is Coach K. Halftime lead is 5 for Frostburg State over Fairmont State, Mountain East Championship Tournament basketball.
The best thing about West Virginia is hope.
The commitment we're making is $2.2 billion in the state of West Virginia.
It's creating opportunities for the next generation to have career-sustaining jobs.
We're creating career paths and jobs.
Everybody's talking about it. Hogas is doing it.
This gives opportunities for underprivileged communities to have new jobs, to have new opportunities, and it just gives people hope.
Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
It starts with just one text, but now you're checking your notifications, changing your playlist, and all of a sudden, your mind isn't where it should be. It's tough to avoid. I mean, distractions are everywhere. But the last place they should be is behind the wheel. In fact, driving distracted is not only dangerous, it's illegal. If you're caught with a phone in your hand while driving, you can be pulled over and given a ticket. So keep your eyes on the road, not your phone.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. With a generous serving of historic sites, foodie eccentricities, and brewery diversions, the happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Halftime here at the Westbanco Arena. Our halftime report presented by McKinley Architecture and Engineering. Experience, innovation delivered. From inside Westbanco Arena, Fred Persinger alongside Brad Howe. What we saw in the first half was not what I thought we would see. I'm fair, okay? I thought we would see a lot more points, but boy, how about that defense? Fairmont State, certainly on Trey Simmons, and then Frostburg State on Dre Carter.
Yeah, I think that's the story of the first half. We have two of the higher scoring teams in the country, and they're on pace for 66 and 56 points respectively. It's been the defense. You held Simmons in check. If you're Fairmont State, you have to be happy with that. on the other end. The double teaming of Drake Carter has been effective, and then when he kicks it out, you're talking about a Fairmont State team that's #1 nationally in spot-up jump shooting, just 1 of 9 from 3. So I'm with you, Fred. The story of that half was defense on both sides.
5-point lead at halftime, 33-28 for Frostburg State. This is Mountain East Championship Basketball presented by the Health Plan.
Everybody come clap your hands. Or don't you know when you dance, you've got to smile or you can't cry. Try it a while.
Attention, Mountaineer Challenge Academy graduates. Specialized free training programs are available to you. Career and technical education leading to industry-recognized certification and job placement in welding, building construction, medical assistant, and heavy equipment operating. Our career-focused and resume-building tracks are designed to allow you to dictate your own success. We'll give you professional guidance and interview and resume-building skills to help you get to the next level. Learn more at wvjobchallengeprogram.org. Another challenge for a better future.
President of Fairmont State University, Dr. Michael Davis. Appreciate you stopping by. What's happening up at Fairmont State these days?
Lots of things.
Halftime at the Westbanco Arena, and our award winners for the Mountain East Conference this past season. Trey Simmons, player in this game from Frostburg State, only a sophomore. You cannot deny, definitely he was deserving of that win.
He's been outstanding, the most talented offensive player in this league, there's no question.
And you look at the rest of them, Aiden Gall of Wheeling, Boubacar Dujego of Concord, Chris Richardson, a Coach of the Year. We'll see Chris in the next game coming up here this afternoon. We're at halftime. The lead is 5 for Frostburg State over Fairmont State, Mountain East Conference Championship basketball.
Struggling with high school? The Mountaineer Challenge Academy in Kingwood and Montgomery provides the structure to help you succeed. You can earn your high school diploma in 22 weeks. Call us today or visit wvchallenge.org.
We are there for you, to care for you at the Health Plan. We are here for you.
For over 4 decades, we've been rooted deep inside West Virginia. Through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Proudly serving your neighborhood since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community.
The Health Plan. We are here for you.
My name's Katie, and I'm a sophomore at Virginia Tech.
I'm studying to be a lawyer, which means I'll be in school for 6 more years, and college isn't cheap. But my parents opened a Smart 529 savings account when I was 6 months old, and having that savings has given me the opportunity to focus on my education.
Smart 529 is West Virginia's education savings solution. Turn your savings into their success. Visit smart529.com. For more information, contact Smart 529 to obtain a program description, which includes investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and other information. Read and consider it carefully before investing.
It starts with just one text, but now you're checking your notifications, changing your playlist, and all of a sudden, your mind isn't where it should be. It's tough to avoid. I mean, distractions are everywhere, but the last place they should be is behind the wheel. In fact, driving distracted is not only dangerous, it's illegal. If you're caught with a phone in your hand while driving, you can be pulled over and given a ticket. So keep your eyes on the road, not your phone.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
What's possible when you have the freedom to explore things that inspire you? To be a part of a community that supports and challenges you? Where can you go to find the space and time to reach your goals? Who can you become when you're able to make connections in a place where you belong? Find out what's possible at Frostburg State University.
Brett, Hal, this first half, as we've talked about defense, but there were some offensive highlights as well.
Yeah, I agree. Kyle Whippen there, you see him taking it to the basket with the finish over Diop. He's also stepped out and hit a couple of threes as well, so he's made up that scoring difference with 10 first-half points.
When you look on the other side, though, for Fairmont State, I mean, you have to look at Dre Carter, or Miguel Martinez has been the guy this time.
I agree. He's stepped up. In the absence of Carter being able to get open shots, you've seen Martinez be able to take the ball to the basket, finish strong, and he put up 10 points in that first half to keep this game within 5 for the Falcons.
These two ball clubs met twice in the regular season, both wins by Fairmont State. And you look at the stats, though, in this tournament so far, in this game, right now, I think the thing that jumps out at you has got to be the field goal percentage is 13 of 39 for Frostburg State, 12 of 27. Difference in shots of 12.
Agree, and I think it's been the defense on both ends that has led to that. But the one that jumps out to you, obviously, the 6 3-pointers by Frostburg State here in the first half. That's given them plus 15 points from just behind the arc. It's led to the 5-point lead. And the other stat that you like, we heard it in our pregame interview with Coach, said they had to keep Fairmont State off the offensive glass. They did there in the first half, allowing just 4 offensive rebounds for the Falcons.
Well, these two teams met in the regular season. Average score was 92-81. Got a long way to go in this one. We're back with the second half, Mountain East Conference Championship basketball.
The best thing about West Virginia is hope.
The commitment we're making is $2.2 billion in the state of West Virginia.
It's creating opportunities for the next generation to have career-sustaining jobs.
We're creating career paths and jobs.
Everybody's talking about it. HOGAS is doing it.
This gives opportunities for underprivileged communities to have new jobs, to have new opportunities, and it just gives people hope.
Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
President, Fairmont State University, Dr. Michael Davis. Appreciate you stopping by. What's happening up at Fairmont State these days?
Lots of things.
Back inside West Banco Arena. The cheerleaders are ready. They're cheering on their team. Their team right now looking pretty good. 33-28. That play-in game maybe got the jitters out a little bit.
You see that sometimes,
You do.
right? You get up here and you can play and you get out and you stretch your legs and you're used to the arena. Maybe it took Fairmont State a little time to get going here. I think a couple messages from Tim Koenig at halftime. One was likely about the turnovers. 9 is too many for Fairmont State there in the first half. So cut that down, try and get a little more efficient on offense. And that's probably what surprised me the most. And again, I give the credit to the defense. But Fred, you're talking about 2 of the top 13 teams nationally in half-court offense in points per possession. And it's really been a defensive-driven game here in the first half. So let's see if early on these offenses can get cranked up and solve these really talented defenses.
And boy, I tell you, Frostburg State, Coach Thompson has to be thrilled with only 4 turnovers in the first half.
Has to be thrilled. That and the offensive rebounding for Fairmont State has been kept at a minimum, making some threes, hence the 5-point lead at the half.
Ty Peterson will open things up with the ball down low on the block. He gets it that low, and Diop is going to score.
Good play design for Tim Koenig coming out of halftime, right? Attack the paint. If you're having trouble knocking down outside shots, reverse it and get the ball to the rim.
Ball almost slapped loose, but corralled by Frostburg State. They lead at 33-30. First 30 seconds of the second half. Quarterfinal round action of the Mountain East Conference Championship Tournament. Outside jumper for Simmons, still cannot find that mark. But again, Ty Peterson, you remember that, and I know you do, the Hoosiers movie?
Sure.
I'm curious as to what's the flavor of chewing gum right now Trey Simmons is chewing, because I'll bet you Ty Peterson knows. He has been all over him today. Fairmont State wanting to get the offense cranked up. Peterson left the shot a little short. Rebound, though, chased down in the corner. Jolander has been quiet until now. David Jolander.
There's the start from that efficient offense, and it came via an offensive rebound there for Fairmont State. Jolander wide open on the 3, knocks it down, and we've got a tie ball game.
First points for Jolander this afternoon. Trey Simmons controls from outside. The defense is really spread out, and there you go, just lifting himself straight up in the air from about 17 feet over on the left side.
Well, he elevates quickly, doesn't he?
He
Nice
does.
looking pull-up shot there.
2-point lead. Into Diop, takes it reverse side, can't get it to fall, and quickly there to pull down the rebound. Nice job by Kyle Whippen. Frostburg State will get their look at 3. When DJ Daniel releases one, it's pretty good.
Kyle Whippen doing a little bit of everything. He scored inside. We've seen him step out in 3, and there he led the break and found a wide open Daniel from the right wing.
DJ Daniel buried the 3. Fairmont State again looking. Trying to get it inside the Diop, driving to the basket and making it count is David Jolander.
Boy, that's a good set right there. You couldn't help on Daniel because you were worried about Diop inside there. Jolander went right by Daniel for the finish.
38-35, lead is 3. With 5 at halftime. We played 2.5 minutes. Ball almost lost out of bounds, and it was saved. Nice job. Driving to the basket, reverse layup won't fall for Kyle Whippen, but he is fouled. We'll go to the line.
That was some great defense there by Fairmont State. Simmons desperately wanted to get left. They would not let him. They forced him to go right, which took him right into the defense there and caused a little bit of a scramble. That was a great job of team defense and forcing a player where you wanted him to go.
First personal foul of the ball game on Diop. That's important. Keep that kid out of foul trouble. The line to the right. Kyle Whippen, 74% free throw shooter. Into the lineup for Fairmont State, C.J. Meredith. Look to get him going again. His free throw is good. And we're back to that 5-point lead for Frostburg State, 40-35. Fairmont State driving down the right side of the lane. The layup shot won't go, but tipped up and in nicely by Carter.
That was a good job by Carter there to set that back screen, a little Gortat screen there, they call that, Fred. Allowed Meredith a path to the basket, couldn't finish, but Carter was right there to put it back.
Sit back down to the three-point edge, 40-37, 16:55 left in the game. Down in the corner again, Simmons closely guarded by Ty Peterson. That will be the story of this ball game, regardless of who wins. Driving baseline and getting bumped out of bounds, or just losing the ball out of bounds. Good defense again by Fairmont State.
Yeah, it was a good job by C.J. Merritt that just came over and closed it off. There was nowhere to go except out of bounds. Another turnover for Frostburg.
Frostburg's 6th turnover of the afternoon. Down the right side of the lane and laying it up softly. Somebody should pick up Jolander.
Well, Diop should get credit for an assist. The reason he wasn't picked up is because the big guy set a great screen there and cleared that space for the opening to the basket.
Screened out 3 players from Frostburg State. That's why I think it's so important for Diop to stay out of foul trouble. And he only has 1 right now. Inside. And Diop's backed off a little bit. Whippen scored the 2. Diop prevented from going over the back. Nice, smart play because he had the inside track.
Jolander again just steps out behind the screen, knocks down a 3, and here comes the points we thought we were going to see early in this game.
Tied at 42 right now. Trey Simmons, he spotted up for that 3, and that time Peterson got screened away from him. He couldn't get to it.
Well, I think Simmons was surprised he was so open there. That's why he double clutched.
He was indeed. So Trey Simmons will go to a timeout with a big 3, 45-42. We're back with the second half.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you. We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
No weekend plans? Try some of ours. From unrivaled outdoor adventure you won't find anywhere else in the world, to hometown plates and platters that pair well with the local craft beers. The happiest hours start here. Mountaineer Country. Come, go wild.
Whether you just graduated high school, are finishing up something you started, or starting up something you intend to finish, Concord University in Athens, West Virginia is your next step. At Concord, classes are small, professors are accessible, and programs are built around career opportunities in fields like healthcare, business, education, science, the arts, and public service. It's affordable, it's personal, and it's designed to move you forward. You'll see it in the classroom, you'll see it at homecoming, and you'll definitely see it at graduation. Concord University. Come to learn, go to serve.
Played 5 minutes almost in this second half, and Fairmont State already has half as many points as they did in the entire first half, basically because of this man.
Yeah, to Jolander. David Jolander has been outstanding. No points in the first half, and then he's exploded here in the second for 10. 4 of 4 shooting, including 2 threes. You see the second one right there from the top of the key, so he's been a huge boost early here to the Falcons offense that needed some points. They found it from Jolander here early.
The 6'6 senior has 10 of his team's 14 second half points. Frostburg State still leads by 3, 45-42. Fairmont State trying to get into that lead, this time down the floor. Ball off the toes of Drake Carter. Or check that DJ Daniel.
Yeah, DJ Daniel gives you a little smile and laugh there. He knew he almost had that going the other way for what would have been an easy basket.
This game is a game of almost. 5 ties, 8 lead changes, largest lead, 7 points by the Bobcats. Jolander cannot. I mean, it's his game right now.
He's taken over, and that's what Fairmont State brings to the table. There's multiple guys that can handle the scoring load. We saw Martinez do it in the first half. He took the baton and has handed it to David Jolander here in the second half.
Yeah, when they shut down Dre Carter, Ty Peterson, these two kids step up, and C.J. Meredith helped out in that first half as well. Trey Simmons with the ball, keeps the dribble alive. Unbelievable drive to the basket right now by Trey Simmons.
How did he get the crossover under the defender, then pick it up and finish?
He's Trey Simmons Player of the Year.
What a move.
To the basket again. This time Miguel Martinez, his shot will not fall. And leading by 3, the Bobcats have the ball headed the other way.
I think you got to find Simmons here again and let him try and go to work.
Let him work his magic again. He has 12 points in the game now. Ball picked his pocket. Ty Peterson just picked it away from him, and a foul is going to be called on Trey Simmons. That will be number 3 on Trey.
Great defense there by Peterson, all over him, and then forces the frustration foul as we head to break here.
47-44, Frostburg State on top.
The best thing about West Virginia is hope.
The commitment we're making is $2.2 billion in the state of West Virginia.
It's creating opportunities for the next generation to have career-sustaining jobs.
We're creating career paths and jobs.
Everybody's talking about it. HOGAS is doing it.
This gives opportunities for underprivileged communities to have new jobs, to have new opportunities, and it just gives people hope.
Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Our regional State Farm insurance agents are proud to support the 2026 Mountain East Conference Tournament. Call one of the MEC sponsoring agents today. Rick Bailey in Fairmont, Lisa Shepard in New Martinsville, Taylor Shepard in Moundsville, Jen Kiesling in Buchanan, Tim Moore in Grantsville, and Lori Gristle in Wheeling. A 47-44 three-point lead for Frostburg State. They led by 5 at the half. I think we'll have to take a look, keep watching. Trey Simmons now with 3 personal fouls.
Well, and right there in response, you saw Dobbs try and go right at Simmons and see if they could pick up that 4th foul.
Something probably Coach K mentioned in that timeout.
I think that's exactly the plan coming out. So that'll be the cat and mouse game here. Fairmont State will try and attack Simmons, and Coach Thompson's going to have to do everything he can to try and keep him either off the ball or help him out tremendously when his guy goes to the basket.
Dobbs is going to pick up a personal foul for that reach in on Whippet. So Frostburg State leading by 3. 13:50 remaining in the game.
Little 1-2-2 zone for Fairmont State. First time we've seen that today.
Martinez slapped at the ball as it went by. Get it over to Trey Simmons, left wing. He just jumped straight up in the air and scores.
And there wasn't much space there. Dobbs came to close out, left his hand down for just a second. Simmons made him pay.
So Simmons now with 15 points in the game, averages 23.
And think about that. He's got 15. We're talking about how he's been bottled up and what a great job Fairmont State's doing on him.
Never quits. He just keeps fighting. Diop almost had a great left-handed hook that time. Just would not fall. Hit off the back of the rim a little too strong. The lead is 6. Biggest lead of the ball game has been 7. It's 6 right now. They could increase that. Simmons through the lane again, and this time had his shot rejected by Dobbs.
Boy, he is quick when he puts it on the floor for that crossover. That was just great defense there by Dobbs to go up and match him.
DJ Daniel gives it up now to Whippen, and Chase Whippen found the easy open lane around the left side and scored. Biggest lead of the ball game is now 8.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with Whippen of bringing Diop away from the basket. So a couple things that helps. One, Whippen's ability to get in, and if you can get it back to Simmons, it gets the shot blocker out of the lane.
Well, knocked away this time from David Jolander. And last time down the floor, look at that wide open lane.
Whippen right there, and he get that arm right around there for maybe a little hook, but he didn't really need it, so good no call there by the officials as Whippen finishes it off.
You saw there at the very end, Diop trying to catch up, but Whippen just had an extra step on him. Ball was knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Fairmont State. Falcons trailing by 8. The number 2 seed against the number 7 seed. And even though Fairmont State just locked down the spot in the NCAA regionals, you know Coach K doesn't want to go out in this first round. Nice battle inside by Dre Carter.
Yeah, that's one of the few times tonight we haven't seen him doubled. He took advantage of it in backing down Whippen, getting to the basket, the miss, but then the follow and put back for Dre Carter.
Reach and foul on Miguel Martinez coming up the floor.
Here's where you see it. Look at him just back down. No help coming this time, so he goes up, Whippen out of position a little bit as Carter gets it the quick finish and 2 points.
Stays right with it. Never assuming that first shot's going in.
I would think the next time, and when Tim Koenig goes back to that play, Fred, I would think Frostburg will send the double right at him.
Traveling is going to be the call on Chase Whippen. He got the pass, I think, a little too quickly, not expecting it, and took a couple of extra steps. 2, 3. No, that's not a walk in the NBA, but
I think he was going to pass the ball right back inside, and Joey Brown did a great job of sliding into the passing lane, and Whippen was kind of caught in between what to do there.
Personal foul going to be called. Frostburg State as Whippen kind of leaned in and reached over.
That was close to being a great wall up right there. Right at the very end, you saw Whippen drop his hands down, which got him flagged for the foul.
Yeah, it stayed straight up. It would have been nice. The line.
That's a thing, Fred. Coaches all through college basketball really get on you, and they talk wall up and they practice wall ups, and they just go nuts on you when you don't wall up. That might be one of the underrated hard things in basketball. You've got to go up in the air, absorb contact, and keep your arms straight up without bringing them down. It's against your instinct and hard to do.
That's what I started to say. Your instinct says you're going to block it if you just lean in. Go get it. Both free throws made by Joey Brown. That's a 4-point ball game. Frostburg State continues to lead. They led by 5 at halftime. Fairmont State's outscored them 20-19 in this second half. Approaching being 9 minutes old. Backing in against the defense. Whippen leans in. Shot rejected by Dobbs. Possession maintained. They hit it over to Trey Simmons, and Simmons has 18 now.
Peterson's got to be thinking, you've got to be kidding me. I guard that whole time, and a loose ball finds its way to Simmons, and he didn't hesitate. Knocks home the 3.
He's always ready. Oh, nice lean-in shot will not fall by Dre Carter, and the rebound pulled down by Whippen. Benrock is in there now as they get the ball to him in the front court. Now to Daniel. Daniel standing on the right wing, kind of directing the traffic. Simmons being picked up by Joey Brown very closely. Shot a little strong this time from DJ Daniel. 7-point ball game, and it remains that way. Driving shot will not fall for Miguel Martinez. And taking it to the basket on the other end is DJ Daniel, 57-48. A 9-point ball game. As all of a sudden, Frostburg State has found the shooting range again.
Yeah, they have 8 of 12 here in the second half from the floor. So what a great job by Frostburg coming out here in the second half and extending this lead out up to 9 points now.
When you look at Frostburg State, Trey Simmons was just bottled up completely in the first half. But Brad, what happened in the second?
Well, he can just score so quickly and so easily. You see him from distance there a couple of different times. The loose ball right back out to him. So 3 threes here in the second half. And again, ideally, he wants to put the ball on the floor and get moving towards the basket. But if you leave him open, nearly a 40% three-point shooter from 3, and he is really having a half. 13 points just here in the second half. That puts him up to 18 for the game.
And folks, as you watch along with us, notice those outside threes, they don't touch any rim. They barely touch the bottom of the net, you know?
Yeah, he's as advertised, Fred. He's got all the tools. He's fast, he's quick, he's strong. He can get in the lane and absorb the contact, and obviously you're seeing the outside shooting prowess as well. He's got every skill you need.
6'1" sophomore from Gaithersburg, Maryland. 57-48. 10:40 remaining in our ball game. Time for Fairmont State to prove to everyone why they're the number 2 seed, why they have beaten this Frostburg State team twice during the regular season. Taking it around the rim. Nice job. That time, a real nice job by Ty Peterson.
Tough shot there, but he got the spin and got it to drop.
Right in the other way, great defense for Fairmont State. Coming away with the ball, the Falcons. Joey Brown, no look pass inside. Diop. He wasn't even looking at anyone.
Yep, that was a great look by Joey Brown. Diop had got himself right inside under the block. He's not going to miss it from there.
Jumper outside won't fall, and the rebound lost out of bounds. I'll say last touching Frostburg State's Chris Meekin. So coming out of that last timeout, a good spurt by the Fairmont State Falcons. They've trimmed that 9-point lead down to 5.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
For over 4 decades, we've been rooted deep inside West Virginia. Through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Proudly serving your neighborhood since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community.
The health plan, we are here for you.
Farmers, have you heard about the West Virginia Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program? If you are selling fresh fruits and vegetables in the months of June through October, you sell your produce in the state of West Virginia, and you grow at least 25% of what you sell, you are eligible to take the vouchers. You can find the application online at agriculture.wv.gov or get one by calling 304-558-2210. This is taxable income, and you will need internet to redeem the vouchers. The deadline to apply is April 15th.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
My name's Katie, and I'm a sophomore at Virginia Tech. I'm studying to be a lawyer, which means I'll be in school for 6 more years, and college isn't cheap. But my parents opened a Smart 529 savings account when I was 6 months old, and having that savings has given me the opportunity to focus on my education.
Smart 529 is West Virginia's education savings solution. Turn your savings into their success. Visit smart529.com. For more information, contact Smart 529 to obtain a program description, which includes investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and other information. Read and consider it carefully before investing.
Taking a look at the Atlantic Region men's rankings, we've talked about the assurity of West Liberty and Fairmont State being there. Brad, when you look all the way down to the number 8 seed right now, Charleston, head coach James Long has a big game coming up here tonight.
He does. In this tournament, you'll get some quality wins here if you advance your way through. So, yeah, if you're James Long and the Charleston Golden Eagles, you're looking to start that today, see if you can stack a couple wins on top of each other and elevate that seed up from where they sit right now.
Yeah, give you a little more surety going in. If you could get to Sunday, you feel a little better about your chances. All right, with 9:49 and counting left in this ball game, 57-52. The lead is now 57-54.
Yeah, Joey Brown's made a difference. Come in with that great no-look pass on the last possession there, the drive and finish, and has really bolstered this defensive end for the Falcons as well.
You score like that, that just energizes you on the defensive end as well. As you can see those eyes of Joey Brown through the lane. Trey Simmons almost got that one to go, and he had 3 people hanging on to him.
Yeah, it was a good job by Simmons there just to take it right to the rack. And there we look at Brown with the dribble, crossover, and the finish at the basket. And here we come the other end. Simmons tucks that in, and Brown just got his hand caught in the cookie jar right there as he went for the swipe.
Tough to play defense from behind. And if you play against Trey Simmons, chances are you're going to be behind him a few times. Simmons at the charity stripe. Now 2 of 2.
Yeah, it's only his second free throw attempt there, and he's a guy that about 1 every 5 shot attempts, he'll get himself to the free throw line. So hasn't been there as much today. Fairmont State, again, doing a really good job on him guarding without fouling.
He gets both free throws, and that lead is back to 5 at 59-54. And as good as the defense has been by Fairmont State, it's going to have to get even better. Driving to the basket, and you'll get a foul. Foul could have been all the way around the ring.
Like holding the hands there around the three-point line there is Brown trying to hold up, making the defender. The defender's got his hand on his hip. Not affecting the play, just some contact right there, and Brown got the jump on him, turned the corner, and gets himself to the line.
They're tight. They play against each other this year. They know each other. Come on. The free throw line is Joey Brown, a 6'6" junior from Indianapolis. Made a difference in this game.
I do, in all seriousness, though, I do like that as a no call. Neither player was getting an advantage with the contact, so you let it go until the point at which that changes, and it did as Brown got right to the rim.
Coach Tim Koenig on the other side, finishing that 1 bottle of water. His team down by 4. And now make it 3.
Yeah, Brown, a really skilled player, and he's added a boost here over the last couple of minutes to make this now just a 3-point game.
A lot of time left in this one. Trey Simmons deep in the corner on the left side. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touching. The quick hands of Fairmont State, C.J. Meredith.
You saw a little shock defense there by Fairmont State. As soon as Simmons got across midcourt, that second Falcon defender came at him to force the ball out of his hands.
Meekin gets it over to D.J. Daniel. Daniel has picked up Joey Brown again. Daniel gets by him to the basket. Tried to get it up and under, wouldn't go, but a nice second shot effort that time by Chris Meekin.
Well, you saw Diop come over to help and altered the shot, but that left the rim unprotected as Frostburg swoops in, gets the offensive rebound, and finishes.
On top. Ty Peterson now to Diop. Diop with the ball through the lane, takes it up with the left-handed hook and puts it in. Nice job.
You said it earlier in the game. You let Diop get it down inside the restricted arc. That's going to be a bucket.
61-58. 3-point lead now. Each team has scored 28 points in this second half. As many as Fairmont State had in the first half. Ball comes back out to D.J. Daniel. 8-minute mark for the ball game. 2 seconds on the shot clock. And the long 3 from out on top is missed by Finrock. So looking to get closer. They could tie it with a 3 this time down the floor. Joey Brown jukes and jives and almost loses the ball. Kind of nice to have Diop down there to pick it up.
Frostburg's got to be frustrated. That was a great defensive stand because I thought Brown had the size advantage, but Finrock stood his ground, couldn't finish. But the ball gets loose, and Diop fortunate to be in the right position at the right time and lays it up and in.
Now we got a 1-point ball game, 61-60. Lead has been 9. Fairmont State right back in this one where you would expect them to be. Turnaround jumper won't go, and the Falcons will take the lead. Back this time down the floor.
And Frostburg needs a stop here. 5 consecutive baskets for Fairmont State.
7-minute mark of the ball game. Left side jumper for 3, misses off the mark. The rebound pulled out inside, but D.J. Daniel of Frostburg State.
Yeah, and there was the double on Carter. They sent the second defender at him to force the kick out.
Driving to the basket, kicking it over on the right wing. Now the entry pass comes right down inside. The shot will not fall for D.J. Daniel, but the foul will be called. That was a great pass that time to D.J. Daniel from Chris Meekin.
Great pass, and watch the move by Daniels. That's a veteran move by a young guy. He takes his body. He sees Diop get up in the air. Daniel goes into him knowing there's going to be contact and he's likely going to draw the foul, which he did and got himself to the line.
Diop. First personal foul.
Pretty good for a guy that has 4 blocks and at least 2 or 3 others that he altered.
And certainly one of the 2 or 3 guys that Coach Keening wants to have on the floor as much as he can.
Yeah, he just changes that defense significantly, and it forces, in particular, Simmons to have to play behind the arc a little more, because even if he gets by the perimeter defense, you've got the big guy waiting inside to block the shot.
D.J. Daniel misses the first of 2. We'll have the second one here, and it rattles in and out. So the 1-point lead for Frostburg State over Fairmont State with 6:35 left in the game. Dobbs works with the ball. Now on top to Dre Carter. Now into the guy that's about 80% sure when he gets his hands on it. Yep.
Wow, nice spin. He was sandwiched in there by both Whippins, and he just spun away the other way, knocks it in with the left hand, and Fairmont State grabs the lead.
He is just fun to watch. 62-61, the Falcons back on top. The crowd noise picks up inside the West Banco Arena. Ball knocked out of bounds. Good hands by Miguel Martinez. Great defensive job for Frostburg State. Better offensive job by Diop.
Well, you see the Whippins come down there, and it looked like they had Diop caught, but he was allowed to split that double team. And when he split it, he was there for the little gimme layup inside the lane.
62-61, 6-minute mark of the game. Fairmont State with the lead. Inbound play comes to Daniel. At the right elbow, jumpers up and left short. And ripping the rebound down, or at least touching it, getting it over to Diop. Dre Carter. And Dre Carter has only 6 points in this game, but boy, he's been impressive. He's done a lot of other things away from the ball. Has the ball now. Oh, gets by Whippin and slams it down with 2. What an offensive move.
What a great move. Yeah, Whippin looked like he'd stopped him on the block. A little spin back by Carter, and the finish at the rim. 3-point lead now for the Falcons.
64-61, 5:20 remaining in our contest. Winner moves on to 8:30 tomorrow night. At the free throw line, nice 2 by Chris Meekin.
Big answer there by Meekin. They needed that one.
64-63, Dre Carter with a 2-hand slam after making a great offensive move to get around the defense.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you. We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
6'8" senior, Rene Diop, so smooth inside.
He's been outstanding, and it's really been a tale of two halves for him. In the first half, it was his defense, 4 blocks and a couple altered shots. And then here in the second half, as we see him right there, pick up the loose ball and finish, he's got 10 of his 11 points. So really doing it on both ends of the floor tonight is Rene Diop.
Yeah, he's been very, very impressive for Fairmont State. Diop with 7 rebounds. He's 5 of 8 shooting from the floor. Has only 1 personal foul. 6'8" senior from the Senegal. So the clock shows 5 minutes and 11 seconds and a 1-point lead for Fairmont State. This one has not been decided, believe me. Dobbs with the ball for Diop. Cannot get through that double team. Sends the pass over on the right. Miguel Martinez right back to Diop. Diop double team. 1 dribble. Tries to get it out of there and does. Miguel Martinez inside. He found Dre Carter. Boy, heads up all the time.
And that's what happens, Fred. You double Diop there. It's going to leave an opening somewhere. The beneficiary there was Carter, who found himself with the ball on the block. That's an easy finish over there.
Back to a 3-point lead for the Falcons. Right side, Trey Simmons trying to tie the game. Misses this time. Getting over there defensively at the very last second to kind of disrupt the shot was Dobbs.
Let's see if they continue to run this offense through Diop. They've had some success here in the second half doing that. There it is, right to him for the touch.
You leave it for Miguel Martinez. And he's not embarrassed at all, but he can fill it up from outside.
Nope, he left him space. Daniels kind of backed off there to watch Diop as a second defender. Left open the 3, and Martinez knocks it down.
13 points to lead Fairmont State in scoring. Miguel Martinez. Inside, just a great defense and an off-balance shot. Missed, but rebound pulled down by Whippen. Tried to turn it back. We got another foul going to be called this time on Fairmont State. We're just fighting inside. It's Kyle Whippen.
Yeah, credit Whippen for staying with him, because that is a tough shot over Diop as we see him again with the. There's not an official category here, but I've got him down for 4 altered shots that don't go down as blocks, but he's changed them significantly. Whippen stayed with it there and did draw the foul on his second attempt.
Well, I'm going to talk with the commissioner. I think that ought to be an official stat.
I think it should be in there.
I think so. Credit you for bringing it up. Kyle Whippen at the free throw line makes the free throw. 74% free throw shooter on the season. He's now 3 of 3 from the line. Whippen with 16 points in the game. Trey Simmons leads all scorers with 20. 17 points now for Kyle Whippen, 6'9" grad student from Arlington, Virginia. 4-point ball game, 69-65. Fairmont State with the lead.
That's a great set right here. A little high-low, so you get Diop at the top. You've got Carter isolated on single coverage down below. A little high-low, and Frostburg had no choice there but to foul Carter as he burrowed himself inside that restricted arc.
Chase Whippen picks up the personal. 4th team foul. This comes in with 3.5 minutes remaining in the contest. Driving through the lane, shot left short by Dobbs, but then reached in, fighting for the rebound and the held ball. No way Dobbs is supposed to get his hands on that ball.
He's not. How about Simmons, though, that defense? He was on Brown as the primary defender. As soon as Brown dropped it to a cutting Dobbs, which was an excellent play, Simmons quick enough to get back, challenge the shot, and force the miss. Nice defense by the offensive, offensive player of the year here in the MEC.
So the alternate possession gives the ball to Frostburg State. They trail by 4, 69-65, 3:10 left in the game. Kyle Whippen through the lane, kicks it back on the right wing to DJ Daniel. Daniel picked up by Dobbs. Daniel lets the 3-ball fly. Good.
Big time shot right there, and Frostburg needed it. Dobbs got hung up on the pick and roll, got caught in the wash a little bit. Daniel steps back and has an open look, settles his feet. Watch right here.
Great
Boom,
screen
caught on the
by
screen.
Whippen.
Yep. Open, wide open shot. Daniel knocks it down.
I tell you, this game is far from over. 69-68. 7-seed Frostburg State, 15-14, 24-4 Fairmont State. They met twice in the regular season. When you look at D2 scoring right now, West Liberty, we expect that every year, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And then you look down that list, and there's Frostburg and Fairmont. That's why we thought in the opening that we'd see a lot of points in this game. The other stat that goes along with the scoring is just the efficiency of these two teams, both in the top 13 in offense when it comes to points per possession. And I think you're seeing it here in the second half. As good as the defenses have been, both of these offenses are really starting to heat up here throughout this second half.
Well, the first game of the regular season, Frostburg State lost at home 101-84. Trey Simmons had 27 in that one. Ty Peterson and Miguel Martinez had 21 apiece. And the last game of the regular season last Saturday night at Fairmont State. Fairmont State won it 92-78. Simmons had 26. Dre Carter, 27 points and 13 rebounds.
And Fred, as we went to the break right there in that time, the officials went over there and checked the time as we get down here in crunch time in a close game. Every second matters.
2:56.
So there you hear it. You're going to put another second back on the clock from 2:55 to 2:56.
And folks will say, well, what's another second? It's big. You want another second. If you get down and it's 0.3, you'd like to have it 1.3.
There's no question about that.
All right, 2:56 remaining in the game. The lead belongs to Fairmont State, 12 of 24, Frostburg State from the floor.
Now a little pressure from Frostburg State coming out of the timeout here, just trying to give the Falcons a different look than what they've seen earlier today.
69-68, that 1-point lead. Double team. Peterson gets away from it. Pass comes up the floor to Miguel Martinez.
Well, that was a big job by Peterson to get it out of there because he was trapped and looked to be in some trouble. Kept his composure and broke it out.
Good job, I think, by Coach Tim Koenig, too. Peterson's been on the bench. Dobbs has been in there, so Peterson getting the breather. And set up for this last 2.5 minutes from the right elbow. Straight in the air, David Jolander.
Well, welcome back, Mr. Jolander. He carried the Falcons early in that half. Some other guys took over. He's reinserted back in the game and drills the elbow jump shot to push that lead back to 3.
14 points for David Jolander. He's 6 of 7 from the floor this afternoon. Inside jumper won't fall for DJ Daniel this time. He had a wide open look, just couldn't get it down. And with the 3-point lead and approaching the 2-minute mark, you're going to see that play clock come into a little question now as Fairmont State wants to wind it down as much as they can, but not get out of their offense. Cutting to the basket, Miguel Martinez, a little shovel pass from Ty Peterson.
That's a big basket. You got to go fairly quickly here if you're Frostburg State, and they do.
They do indeed, as DJ Daniel takes it right to the basket, avoids the contact. Off the glass to make it a 3-point game again.
No need to panic here if you're Frostburg State, but an important possession, obviously, to get a stop. You don't want that thing to jump up to 5 here. Should be about a minute left on the clock when they shoot it.
Oh, they rush to the basket, and Jolander now leading scorer for the Falcons with 16 points in the game.
Well, Simmons is going to have to go right here. Again, no panic, but you got to get it to the rim. Ooh, and that's what you did not want.
No, don't stop that clock. How about Jolander? Did not score in the first half, has 16 here in the second half, outside, inside.
Yeah, he's been a burst, hasn't he? It was that first burst when he first came in. Now when he's reinserted the last 2 times down the floor, he scored for the Falcons. Tremendous second half. For, as we mentioned earlier, a rarity in college basketball now, his 4th year at Fairmont State.
Bobcat fans are saying, who is that masked man? It's got the line to the right. Trey Simmons, yes.
Well, that's big if you're Frostburg State here to be able to get to the line. For them, hopefully get a couple of points to cut in that lead with no time coming off the clock here. Cut this down to 1 possession.
73 seconds remain on the game clock, and he does make both. 22 points in the game now for Trey Simmons. Pass into the front court to Dobbs. Corner jumper. Miguel Martinez off the rim. No. Meredith was there. The rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touching Frostburg State.
Ooh, you have a lot of trust and faith in Martinez, but I'm not so sure you didn't want to maybe just hold that and kick it around. That shot would have been there at any point. Might have liked to run a little clock there, but C.J. Meredith bails him out and keeps that ball alive.
That time on the floor, I think the confidence came from Miguel Martinez.
Yeah.
Not you guys. Miguel Martinez had the confidence. Coach K was in.
Well, I give TK credit. He didn't say anything to him there. He let it go. Guys made shots all year for him.
Oh, yeah. So Ty Peterson with the ball with 1 minute remaining in our ball game. 75-72.
Wonder if this is Drew Carter time here as we get down in crunch time. Here it comes.
Carter had the ball, slapped loose. DJ Daniel, good defense. DJ knocked it out.
Just 6 on the shot clock here, though.
49.3 on the game clock, 6 on the shot clock. They'll look for Dre Carter or Jolander. Probably. They get it in. Turnaround jumper Meredith.
Oh.
Yes, rattles it in.
Big time shot by CJ Meredith. Just 47 seconds left to push that lead to 2 possessions. Massive bucket there.
His first points here in the second half. He has 7 in the game. How about DJ Daniel? Steps back with a long distance 3 ball.
Talk about massive bucket. DJ Daniel said, I'll show you a little something here. Steps back. Look at this. Creates a little bit of space. Boom. Steps back. There wasn't much clearance there. Knocks it down.
Well behind that line. They scored that time down the floor with 4 in 4.2 seconds.
What a big boy basket right there.
77-75. Now the lead is 2. It's been a 1-possession game for the last 4 minutes.
Let's see if you're Frostburg State trying over-aggressive here in a trap. See if you can get a steal. Force a turnover. If you're Fairmont, you got to get it across half court here. Just a couple seconds left.
Oh, almost stolen away as they got it back to Dobbs. Dobbs somehow got the ball, and a foul will be called.
Oh, and you're sick right there if you're Frostburg State. You very nearly come up with the steal right there.
Coach TK saying those high lofted passes, not a good idea.
A little bit of contact, and that eliminates the 10-second call there as well, which was close to getting dinged. And now you're going to have to foul if you don't get this steal.
Yeah, game clock is off. 28.9 seconds remain, and the foul did come. Still not shooting. This will be the next foul. Will put them at the line. Ooh, almost stolen away by the quick hands of DJ Daniel.
Yeah, I think it was stolen away. He just happened to be standing out of bounds when he got the ball there.
They're going to take a look at this one, because that ball almost hit the official on the sideline. The officials are going to discuss it, and that's what they're going to look at. Well, what quick hands by DJ Daniel.
Previous play is under review for timing.
So for timing, that means they'll leave the ball in the possession of Fairmont State.
They will, but as we just said a second ago, every second important here as we're down in just a 1-possession game. But there you see DJ Daniel on the inbounds, just about got it cleared there. Yeah. And so again, if you're Fairmont State, or excuse me, if you're Frostburg State, your pressure has been effective here the last couple of possessions. So tighten this up, overplay, get aggressive as you can. You're going to have to foul anyway. Now you just want to elongate this game and see if you can get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Maybe 28.9 should be on the clock instead of 28.4. We'll see if they leave it or if they change it.
To review, 3/10 of the second must come off the game clock. 28.6.
28.6 came off. So 3/10 of a second came off. Make it 28.6 to 28.9. Well, time flies when you're having fun, you know? 3/10 of a second. How about our truck, man? All over that.
All over it. You've got a bunch of pretty good free throw shooters on the floor right now for Fairmont State.
And you know the foul's coming as soon as it gets in bounds. Well, as soon as they get it in bounds, and they let him get all the way into the front court before the foul was called. And they lost 5 seconds, 5.1.
And the reason for that is good job by Fairmont State. Ty Peterson has the ball. He's an 84% free throw shooter. So if you're Frostburg, you're hoping to force it out of his hands and foul anybody else other than Peterson. Yeah, you just couldn't waste any more time.
Peterson can make it a 2-possession game. It's a 2-point lead for the Falcons. 7 of 10 as a team from the line. Peterson. You expect a good game, you get a great game. Only his 5th point. And 3 of those 5 have come from the free throw line.
I think if you're Frostburg State, you race to the other end as fast as you can. If you can get it to the rim, great. You don't need a 3, but if a 3 presents itself, you should feel comfortable taking the shot as you're 50% from behind the arc today, 6 of 12. So this is one of those, if you're Simmons, you want the shot. If you're Daniel, you could also be comfortable taking the shot.
23 seconds remaining in the game. It's a 4-point ball game. 79-75 Fairmont State.
Gotta go.
They almost stole the ball, but they do get the backdoor pass in to Chase Whippen. Whippen scores it.
All 10 eyes were on Mr. Simmons right there. It allowed for the basket. Great pass.
Now they get the ball over again to Ty Peterson, and Peterson's going to be fouled again. But again, clock is not on your side. 11.2 seconds remaining. What a game this has been.
Well, and Frostburg missed a little bit of an opportunity right there as they swung it back to Dobbs. Again, mostly good free throw shooters on the floor. Dobbs at about 66%. That's where you would have liked the foul rather than Peterson back to the line with his 84%.
Ty Peterson. Ooh, miss. And here comes with 9 seconds remaining. 79-77 into the front court. Comes Frostburg State. Coach Thompson calls the timeout. Let's see what play number it is for Trey Simmons to shoot.
Well, you want some drama to start the day, Fred? We'll give it to you here. 2-point game, 4 seconds left. The player of the year in the MEC's team with the ball. And you're right. He's going to be the first option here, but you know who else knows that? Tim Koenig and the Fairmont State Falcons.
Tim Koenig knows it now. You're around basketball all the time. A three-pointer loses the game for Fairmont State. Do you put them at the free throw line?
I do not.
I do not either.
I do not. In this situation with 4 seconds to go, I play it straight up right here.
We'll see what Tim Koenig does. You know the defense is going to be very, very tight. Not only against Trey Simmons, but DJ Daniels can burn you from outside as well.
Yeah, you can. You just don't have a lot of time right here. This is going to have to be, again, there's two ways to look at this, but if I'm Zach Thompson, I'm going to win or lose with the player of the year right here and get him the ball. If I'm Fairmont State, I'm the exact opposite. I'm doing everything I can to run a second defender at Simmons and see if he'll give the ball up. Again, not much time for a pass and a shoot here. This is going to be an inbounds. You make one move, and that shot's got to go up. If you're Frostburg State and can't get it around the basket, I'm okay trying
After
to win
review,
it right
there's
here.
5.8 seconds left on the clock.
Now that helps.
Put another 1.4 on the clock. That definitely helps. If I'm Coach Thompson, if I've got Finrock in the game, it's another three-pointer.
Another option.
He's not been very much of a part of this second half. He was great in the first half. I'm not sure he'll even be on the floor, but he is. He comes out of that huddle.
This is just going to be some trust with Simmons right here. If he feels he's got an opening and get it off, even if it's a difficult shot. If you're Zach Thompson, you live with a miss when it's coming from Simmons. And again, if you're the other side and I'm Tim Koenig, I don't want to leave a shooter wide open, but I certainly don't want to get beat by the MEC Player of the Year, so I think about running a second defender at him.
How about this? Frostburg State, your three options. You've got a freshman, a sophomore, and another sophomore. No, you got two freshmen. Two freshmen and a sophomore. That would be your options, I think.
Well, and here's something else to keep an eye on, too. You can always, with Daniel inbounding the ball, you could get a safety valve and then right back to Daniel for a potential three over here on the wing if Simmons isn't available.
And I don't think Coach Thompson would be too unhappy with overtime right now either. Trey Simmons with the ball, takes it down through the lane, reaches up and cannot get it to score, and the horn sounds. He had the shot. They were going for the tie, and it fell just a little short. Let's see what the officials have. The officials have not made this a final score just yet.
No, the coaches had already gone through and shook hands right there, but we're headed back over to the monitor.
I didn't see a foul call, did you?
No, I think the only thing you can be looking at to see if there's any time left on the defensive rebound right there before this is final.
The floor is a foul prior to the expiration of the shot clock. Previous plays under review for timing.
For timing.
Yeah. So we'll see if this is the end of the game or they're going to put some time back on after the fouls come in. Here you see, and Simmons got a look. Dobbs contests, but Simmons elevates up. What a great defensive play by Dobbs right there. That's a tough shot. And again, Simmons so talented, but that's just great defense by Dobbs. There's the foul, maybe 0.1.
I don't know. I saw the red light come on. So the red light came on. I'm not sure there will be time left. So 0.7, they say. So they'll put 0.7 on the clock.
And if you're Frostburg State here, all you have to do is just get the ball in and touch it, tap it, catch it, whatever you have to do just to get that clock started. Excuse me, Fairmont State, yes, thank you.
So Trey Simmons, great game he's played. You know, he was going to remember that last shot at the end of this season.
And that's what you wanted if you're Zach Thompson. You got it to the player of the year in a one-on-one situation with an opportunity to go to the basket. I just credit Zykeas Dobbs. He's had a great game defensively all game, and with his length and strength, he matches Simmons right there. Just went up with him, didn't foul, extended, stayed straight up, and made that a difficult shot for Simmons at the end.
All right, 0.7 seconds remain. The foul was called, so you go to the line. As Fairmont State is in the bonus, Joey Brown is there. Outstanding free throw shooter, by the way. He adds to make it an 80-77 score. And with 0.7 seconds, he makes this one. It's definitely going to be over. Joey Brown, 6'6" junior, misses off the rim. They throw it the length of the floor, and the ball game is over. Fairmont State comes from 5 points down at halftime to win it by 3, 80-77. Just a tremendous job by the Falcons. It was a defensive battle, I thought, really all the way. And for Fairmont State to come back and win this one, boy, puts them ready for a big game coming up later tomorrow night.
What a great game there. Zach Thompson has to be proud of his guys there, taking this game right down to literally the final seconds. And I think you said it was the defense there in the first half, but in the second half, Fairmont State got it cranked up, and that outstanding offense kicked in. 1.6 points per possession right there for Fairmont State. I mentioned they're the best in the country when it comes to half-court offense and points per possession, and they showed it in the second half.
We'll be looking. Our health plan player of the game is David Jolander. And Jolander, not much going on in that first half at all, but boy, he was the spark in the second half, wasn't he?
He was the story, wasn't he, as we wait for him to get his headset on. And I think, go ahead there, Fred, we're joined by David Jolander now.
David Jolander, a 6'6" senior from Stockholm, Sweden for Fairmont State. David, kind of quiet in the first half, but in the second half, we saw the David Jolander we're kind of familiar of seeing.
Yeah, I don't know, the ball found me more. I had a couple of good looks, and obviously I made some shots. Felt good.
Well, don't be so humble over there. You were 7 of 7 in the second half. You stepped out and knocked home a couple threes. What was working not only for you in the second half, but your Falcon team as you really kicked in the offensive side of the ball there in the last 20 minutes?
I think we moved the ball better, we moved our bodies better, and we took care of the ball better. I think a big issue we had in the first half was, first of all, we barely had any offensive rebounds, but that also kind of comes from we turned the ball over a lot, meaning we didn't really shoot as many shots as they did. I think they had like 15 more shots than us at halftime, and I mean, at that point, it's pretty difficult to win. Luckily, we were in a good position, and then when we came out, we just emphasized rebounding and running and moving, and it turned out well.
David, you get the first game in this afternoon session. Now you don't play until the last game tomorrow night. That little extra time going to be good for the legs, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I think so. I mean, yeah. I prefer playing at 6, but 8:30 is good too.
All right, buddy. Hey, appreciate it. Congratulations. See you tomorrow night, okay?
See you. Thank you.
There you go. David Jolander, our health plan player of the game. Our final score, 80-77 in favor of Fairmont State over Frostburg State. 2026 Mountain East Conference Basketball Championships presented by the Health Plan, a presentation of Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.